Hey guys, welcome to Try Our Wilderness. You hit live and heck breaks out. So here we are. It is a terrible, rainy, ugly day in North Idaho, but it's still bright. It's still when the rain sets in, we just get busy in different ways. So I just took a break from being in front of the computer, and he just came in probably to warm up a little bit and change gears. He's been busy in the shop, so he's got some things to show you, and I actually had gathered some things I wanted to show you and was planning to show you, but you guys saw this last week. This is what he made me for Valentine's Day. This will be used in making my wooden bowls. Hello, Miss Rhonda. And this is my ulu that he made me several years ago, and I absolutely love this thing. This is so great for chopping and dicing and slicing and even skinning. So this is an antler handle. I don't remember what you used on this, a blade of some sort.
Old saw blade.
Yeah. So this is a kitchen tool of mine that he made me years ago, but he's been busy in the shop and has been making and crafting quite a few things over the last couple days. Do you want to share with them what you've been making?
No.
I figured you were going to say that. He's in a spicy mood today.
She's always in a spicy mood. I guess start with this.
Hello, Miss Shelley.
Hi, Shelly. This is something I've been wanting to make for quite a while, and I finally got to make one.
Hello, Miss Jayne.
It is a fro, not to be confused with an afro. So that is,
you know,
that is for, you can use it for splitting kindling. They used them a lot for making shingles, like cedar shingles and other wood types of shingles. It's a handle comes up out of the back here.
He's dangerous.
And then you hit this end with like a mallet, a wooden mallet, and then that drives down, and then you take it so far, and then you take the handle and push on it, and it breaks it out. For like a good straight grain wood, works really good.
So then we have that. So that's good for cedar shakes. That's good for all kinds of stuff. Just when we're out and about, and just gives us the hand tools that we need. This one I'm excited about.
This is a.
I'm gonna get a haircut today.
This is a bowl carving ad that I made.
Go along with this for me.
This, yeah, I gotta put a handle in it yet, but then this gets beat down with a mallet too, and then you just carve. I'm not sure, I've never made one of these. I didn't really do a whole lot of research as far as the specific degree curvature this is supposed to be and all that. I'm not sure on that, so we gotta see if it's, to me it kind of, I think this should have been not quite so curved in here, but I don't know. We'll give it a whirl and see what happens.
With the size of the bowl I'm making, I think it'll be good. I'm excited.
And then
he's been busy.
This is a bowl carving gouge. Like,
turn that. At a quick glance, that looked like a heart.
It's not a heart.
It was quick. It it excited me.
So this this here is out of a for like a U-bolt type thing for holds leaf springs on a big truck. So that's what this came out of. and then the front part of this curved part here, that's part of a leaf spring. And
Did you forge the other piece?
which?
The end.
No, that's just all welded.
Okay.
This was out of, I think, if I remember right, just a piece of scrap, 1095 steel. And then the fro, not to be confused with an afro, this is a leaf spring here, so.
Just curled it and welded it.
Yeah.
Sharpened it.
I didn't forge weld this. I just curled it around, brought it around, and then welded it up.
Is that coated in grease or is that painted?
It's oil.
Oil.
Burnt in vegetable.
Okay.
Actually, it's not vegetable. It's a mixture of oils.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured by the look of it.
So, for the most part, on something like this, I mean, eventually it'll wear out and off and stuff, but leave the oil in there as long as I can. It kind of helps protect the steel and keep it from getting rusted so quick and that. So
he's been busy. He's been busy in the shop. So we went live last Monday, and then I was live Thursday, and we've been like really busy just getting firewood and getting water and getting things around here, and I could do that. Test it out. Here. No. I was gonna help you.
Sure you would. You take pleasure in that.
We've got some commenting going on here. Let me see. Rhonda says, love it when they make things for us. I know, right? Miss Rhonda was gifted this weekend by her hubby. Harvey made her some amazing gifts. A wooden bowl and wooden spoon.
She showed me those. Those were pretty awesome.
Yes, those are really awesome.
Cool.
Shelly says, just seen one of those in action on a movie. Well, there you go. The fro, they're pretty cool.
Or the afro.
Rhonda says Harvey cheats. He uses his wood lathe. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's
pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all right.
Shelly says splitting cedar shingles. Yep. Jayne says hubby makes his knives from springs. Yep.
Yeah.
Great metal for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Leaf springs are really good. At some point, I'm gonna have a big leaf spring off of a copper.
Big dogs
Go
going under
the
the
other
little
direction.
table.
You can't go that way. You're too big.
She'll go, and the table will too.
Anyways, I have a real big leaf spring, and I'm gonna try and make a big slick out of it for like doing timber frame stuff and that.
Cool.
So
Cool.
it's like, I think like 2.5 or 3 inches wide, so it's pretty wide. It should make a pretty good slick.
You'll be able to order the parts for your power hammer too. So then you can start messing around with your knives and your axes. There you go. Cool. Yeah, he's been busy out in the shop. We've been busy cleaning snow. We ended up with over 26 inches of snow altogether with all the snow that dumped. And then Saturday night to Sunday, we got like 4 fresh inches of snow, and then during the day yesterday it started raining. And I saw Jayne just said that pouring rain here and very windy. Yes, last night we had some really hefty bursts of wind. Thankfully it didn't last long, but we've got the rain now today, and it's just a mess. So you've got 26 inches of snow that's now gonna get melted and freeze and be a sloppy, muddy mess upcoming. So we're kind of preparing. We're preparing for that.
We're doomed because we're off grid.
Oh, your mama says, Mama T is on here. Hello, Mama T. She says he is so like his Uncle Galen. I know, it's awesome. It's
I
very
don't know
awesome.
if I'd go that far.
I would.
That man's amazing.
So are you. Right? It's so funny. They don't see it. They don't see their own talents.
My Uncle Galen, my word, he'd give that man an idea. He'd come up with about anything. I think he's incredible.
So are you. But you're humble, and that's okay too. Shelly said it is gusting here at times and is 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so you're sending that our way. Is that what you're telling us? Rhonda says very windy yesterday through tomorrow. Snow all but gone and things drying out. Yeah, no, we've got lots of snow yet. It's still up to the old dog's belly, and it's deep. Miss Copper and I went for a walk on Saturday. I was going to take you guys with on that walk, and I'm glad. What? Oh, that
the W word.
I did. I said the W word. I've got to spell it, but she knows how to spell it too now. I got to change my verbiage. But anyway, we went for a stroll, a trek, a climb. It was quite something. It was up over my knee boots, and she couldn't find a spot to pee unless she went way under the trees because it was so deep. So I was going to take you with, and that would have been quite something. You would have heard a lot of heavy breathing and such. So Mr. Chad is on here, and he says, good afternoon, you two. Forward movement, praising Jesus. Oh, yes. Always forward movement. Always,
Hey,
always. Always, always. It's okay to stay still. That's okay, because we did that yesterday, and that was very relaxing. We just chilled yesterday. Sunday is our day of rest, and we don't do anything unless we absolutely have to, because sometimes you have those moments. What?
Go hiking and stuff.
No, I mean work-wise,
Yeah.
though. We don't work. We don't work. We play. We play or rest. And yesterday, we did go for a trek, a stroll. But not a long one, because we have to go where it's cleared, or where we're snowshoeing a trail. Otherwise, two of them can't go with. Copper's tall enough that she can maneuver through this, but I don't even think she enjoyed that on Saturday, although she was excited to go. But yeah, so it's okay to stay and rest and relax, but forward motion is good. And so often people get stuck in places and they don't move forward from there. So the gray days have a tendency to do that for some. So it's good to stay busy. That's what we're both always busy. We always have something to do. Look like you take a nap.
Just about, I think.
You're allowed, you know.
I stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you sat down.
Sat down. Need some coffee.
It's over there. It's over there. That every time you turn that, it looks like a heart to me.
It's not a heart.
I know, but at a quick glance, it's a heart with that partial arrow through it.
How quick?
I'm gonna get sliced yet. You make me nervous sitting next to me with all your sharp tools.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I'm sorry, I'm jumping.
Jump.
I don't know about this. How this is gonna. It should hold up pretty good as far as the temper and everything in it. I just don't know what type of steel those U-bolts are made out of. So I don't know. We'll find out if it holds the edge or not.
Yeah.
Should get these on a good buffing wheel. And this here will get a.
Telling you I'm gonna get hurt.
A longer handle stuck on here, and you can grab a hold of the handle and push down and gouge out.
What are you gonna use to make the handles out of? You're gonna use.
This I might use like an old sledgehammer handle.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Oh, so you're just gonna repurpose stuff that's broken?
Probably.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were gonna make a brand new one.
Probably not.
That's okay. I just didn't think about it.
Hickory will work better than.
Right. And you got several. There's one sitting out in the woodshed right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I always keep my old
smart.
like sledgehammer handles, axe handles, whatever, and I always save them and I use them for other stuff. Just repurpose them.
That's smart. You know, we also have some big antlers. Oh, but that's one that needs to be pounded too, correct?
No.
Just by
No,
hand.
but this is needs to be pretty
High, so you have good leverage.
leverage.
Okay.
Leverage is
I
important.
see. I know that. All right, so let me see here. Let me see. Shelley says, very probable that you will get warm weather to melt all that snow. That's good. Just the mud gets really bad. The snow and mud are about the same as far as traversing it, because it's quite something.
You can plow mud, or I mean snow. You can plow snow. You can't plow mud.
Right, exactly, and it gets pretty darn nasty back here. So Jayne says, I'm tired too, and I slept well. It's the dark, rainy day, I think. Yes, many people struggle from that. I am solar powered. Too many gray days, it wears on me, but I focus very hard on keeping myself in a very positive, happy place. That's just my nature. I drive him crazy.
Happy, 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 happy.
I am. It's a good thing. I could be crabby.
You are.
Yeah, it's terrible. Rhonda says, Harvey says we're supposed to have the Pineapple Express coming through. A lot of rain on the coast and snow in the mountains. I never heard it said that way before. Okay. And yeah, at least we're getting it on the mountains. I mean, that's tremendously huge for us right now. We need snow on these mountains.
Can't really see up on the mountain right now, but I hope it's snowing up there and not raining.
Yeah, same.
We need that snowpack up there.
Big time. Jayne says, Shelley, today a local news person said we could all see what Texas just had, polar vortex. Yeah. Rhonda says 57 degrees here and a wind advisory. That is insane.
Keep that wind up there.
And those warm temperatures, because I'd be perfectly fine if the snow slowly melts, not this fast melt, because I'll be stuck not strolling for a while again, because it'll be knee-deep mud. Chad says, sounds like you need a nap. Yes, plow mud, right, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
He tries everything once. Shelley says, I was up late last night, and we can blame Millie Copper and her latest book. Got into it and could not stop until I could barely keep my eyes open. Yes, I've done that. Bounced the iPhone off the forehead a couple times with Millie Copper's books. We're 42 here, Jayne says. What are we? I don't know.
I don't know. Probably something
around
like that.
It's, yeah.
It's
just miserable.
It's warm, but yeah. It's just that damp, nasty.
Yeah. All I can say is it was beautiful here for quite a few days, and I was very thankful for that. So you have the gray set in, you just got to keep busy. So he hits the shop. I was on the computer and took a break and needed to walk away from the machine for a while. Been busy editing videos and the videos and getting his class in place. That will be out this week. I'm so excited. One of them anyway. The Blacksmithing 101 will be going out. So those of you that are interested in learning the beginning stages and steps to blacksmithing, he's got you all hooked up. Rhonda says, yes, we are looking at almost 2 weeks of highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. Wind is nice to dry things out, not leaving mud. Yeah, it's true. But last night, the one gust came through, and it woke us both up, and you could feel the house, like, shake. It was like, wow.
It was pretty crazy.
Wow. So, and, you know, we've got all these big trees behind us. We've cleared what we could, but there's still some there that could possibly take the house out if they came.
We could be killed, or even worse.
We could. It could be terrible. But, you know, we lay there, you say a good prayer to God and say, keep us safe, and it'll be what it'll be. So, can't do much about it other than pray.
Well, all right.
All right. Oh, here you go again. Are you doing your Jasper giraffe for your mom? Are you going to torture her now in your adult life, too?
Maybe.
So how are you guys all doing? And for those of you that have not read Millie Copper's book, I highly encourage you to check them out. She is a fabulous author, and her books, all of them, are hard to put down. from start to finish. Her whole series is just awesome.
Sauce.
It's awesome sauce, yes. And you can go to TrayerWilderness.com/Millie Copper. It's MILLIECOPPER. You will not be disappointed.
IPPI.
Oh boy. The description below has the link also, because those are in all of my videos. She is amazing. I will actually be interviewing her again on Mountain Woman Radio upcoming, so you will get to see and enjoy that as well. Because I'm also feeding the podcast onto YouTube for the last year and this year. So it'll be available for audio for those of you that listen to the podcast, and then also fed on YouTube. So you'll get to visit with Millie with me. I also will have Temple Grandin joining me soon, so I'm super stoked about that as well. Yeah, you got your mama laughing as you're doing the Jasper giraffe. Is there a Logan with you, Mama T? If so, hi Logan. April is going to be a long wait for the next book. Yeah, I know, right, Shelley? I know. It's terrible when you get to the end and you're just like ready to keep reading. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm just impressed at how fast she's popping these books out. It's just nuts. She's my hero. She is my hero. Jayne says prayers are being answered between the new meds and that sinus spray and probiotics. I'm feeling better than I have in 4 months. Awesome. I wanted to tell you, Jayne, also, with using that nasal spray for a long period of time, get a dropper and put a drop of like olive oil in each sinus and really sniff it up in there so that it keeps your sinus like that. So it keeps your sinuses lubricated, because that spray over time can dry out your sinuses as it's healing them. Don't use coconut oil though, because coconut oil dries things out. So like an olive oil would be really good to use. Even hemp oil, something like that would be good. But that nasal spray is amazing, isn't it? And I'm so glad you're feeling better. Awesome. You've been in our prayers. Yeah, it does. You can get really dry. It dries out the sinuses because it's healing. So yes, you definitely want to use it if you're using it over a period of time. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you that sooner. I didn't think about you using it for a long period of time, but incorporate that with an oil just to keep your sinuses lubricated. So I am glad. He says hi. Logan is there and he says hi. So say hi to Logan.
Hi, Logan. What are you doing, you little rascal?
No, he's a ham bone.
Oh, ham bone. Yeah, he's a
Logan
ham
is a
bone.
ham bone. Ah! Shelly says, so glad you are feeling better, Jayne. No WD-40.
Yeah.
Woo! No. That's like hoppies.
Work do wonders.
Oh.
Kill you or cure you, one or the other.
One or the other. Ooh, no. I can't stand the smell of WD-40 or what's that other stuff? Oh, PB Blaster. Oh man, not since I've gotten sick. Hoppies is still okay. It bothers me some. I used to clean my rifles and my shotgun with that before and never had a problem. I can still. It's strong, but that's a woman's cologne for the mountain man.
A man's kilo.
Howdy, Miss Deb. Working away at my second job today while listening to my best community friends. Amen, sister. It's the community. It's the community. I'm so glad you guys are joining us today. So, how can we be praying for you guys? And continuing to pray for Robin. She's home and healing and was present on Thursday. And we need to pray for Candy and Glen's cousin Elizabeth. And I know there's somebody else. Kelly and Cortney. Please keep Cortney in your prayers. Cortney had an MRI, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. We've been praying for Cortney for quite a few years. She has been dealing with a brain tumor for 27. And they had gotten it to a point where they couldn't take any more of it out, and it had not increased in size for the last 2 years. So that was a huge, huge praise. She's undergone many, many different surgeries and has had a ton of MRIs. But anyway, the results came back from this last MRI, and there was growth found. So I've just deemed it to be a shadow, and we are going to continue to pray for full healing for her. And just pray for Kelly and Mike as well, because I'm sure and I know that this has stirred emotions, and they are faithful and are trusting God. But let's just continue to keep them in our prayers, and let's pray for healing for Cortney. Let me see. Shelly, I know I've been giddy. Uh-oh, I must have missed something. Oh, that she's feeling better. I get you. I bet, yeah. I bet you're giddy. It's terrible when you don't feel good for a long period of time. So that's a huge, huge praise. Shelley says, I was getting a cold years ago, and my mother-in-law made me drink some Watkins liniment in a tea to get rid of the cold. That stuff is awful. Oh, yeah. Well, they used to do turpentine internally also. I was actually doing that with honey a couple years back as part of my detox, but they used to drink turpentine, and there's a lot of
bottoms up, fellers.
Yeah, right. If it doesn't cure you, it could kill you. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, my mom used to do some kind of wicked stuff too when I was sick. When I'd get the coughs, she'd put wild turkey, whiskey, butter, brown sugar in a saucepan and heat it up. You didn't have to worry about a cough after that. You had no throat.
Of course not.
Oh my word!
Wild turkey just burned it all out.
Wow! Wow! Yeah, that's one that I didn't replicate. I've got a lot of herbal remedies that we utilize, but that's not one that we've replicated. Oh. Not at all. Yeah, so for those of you that are affected by the weather, I want to encourage you to stay busy and keep doing things, and find new hobbies and crafts to delve into. It's a good time of year. If we wouldn't have work to do, I would be diving into quite a bit of that. But we've got work to do right now. So have some really fun things upcoming. I can't announce them yet, but I will be announcing them soon. So some pretty exciting stuff. Exciting things going to be happening here on the homestead. We should be able to move forward with the greenhouse, Lord willing.
Opposed to the purple house.
Yeah, we're going to do a green one. Yeah. Carol's not on here today. I hope she's doing okay. She's been cooped up for months and months and months and months. She has COPD. I think I gave those initials right. But she's been locked down in the UK, and so she's been struggling from, we're dealing with a gray day. She's been trapped in her four walls for quite some time now. So she's usually the life of the party, but she's not here yet. So she must be busy today. But keeping ourselves busy and playing good uplifting music that you enjoy. Music can change the mood really quickly. So listening to good podcasts, encouraging podcasts, when you are in a gray place is a really good way to keep yourself up and going. I have 3 or 4 different playlists on Spotify. I will share them on the next video. I'm probably going to do a couple more videos this week, and moving forward, you'll probably see me a little more often. I have some things I'm going to be starting to do, and I want to share those with you. But I'll share the Spotify links. It's just fun to have good music to listen to. That is one of the things I greatly enjoy doing, and podcasts are another that I heavily enjoy doing. YouTube is nice, but I like that I can still keep my phone and use my phone for other things. When you have a YouTube video playing, you can't use any of the other apps. So when I'm listening to podcasts and music, I can still jump around and keep working because I use my phone for a lot of what I do, my writing and so forth.
I have that trouble all the time.
What, jumping around on your phone?
Phone,
Yeah.
My phone, it's terrible.
I know.
I have so much stuff going on it, it's unreal. I can't keep up.
If you hear this like really loud growl, it's usually him because he can't figure out how to get in and out of an app and how to get it to work, or realizing that it's dying and that's why it's not working, and you name it, he experiences it.
I have no clue how to work those stinking things.
There she is.
Huh?
We were just talking about you, wondering how you were doing locked up in your four walls, and said you were the life of the party. So here she is. How are you doing in the UK, Carol?
Hey, Carol. Hope you're doing good.
We will be praying for you guys, and if you haven't joined us in the community, please join us over in the community. Lots of great conversations are going on over there. Lots of good questions being shared. She says, I'm here, still locked up. Shelly says, Carol's in the house. We were wondering where you were. Yep.
Need to find a key for that lock so you can get out of lockup.
So she can get out. I think he's been in the shop too long. Something. Maybe it's just your tiredness coming out.
I don't know.
Carol says, looks like worst of the lockdown could be over by the end of May. Lol. Oh my word, sister. That's just nuts. Deb says, so understand the tech challenges, especially with memory issues at times, but doing lots and lots better lately with everything. I have something I need to share with you, Deb. I will email you, and actually I may just do a whole subject on it because it's something we can all benefit from. Cheeky, she says. Hello, Miss Kelly. We were talking about you guys too, lifting you guys in prayer. Hope you guys are doing well.
Hey, Kelly.
We did miss you, Carol.
Tell Mike I said hi.
We've missed you all. That's why I wanted to jump on here today and just hang out with you guys. You know, besides the tools that he's created, we didn't really have a whole lot else to share, but I was missing y'all. So we wanted to jump on, see how we could pray for you guys, see what you guys are up to. She said, I will, Glen. Thank you. And he's taking Mike's advice on the height of his anvil. Yeah.
I gotta get a bigger stump. I have my eye on a stump that I want to use. I just gotta. It'll probably be a little bit till I can get to it, but.
Yeah.
Tell him I said thanks for that.
Thursday when I was live, I jumped off and I went out to do firewood with him, and I trekked out through the woods because I knew the snow wouldn't be as deep through the woods. So I ended up with a really nice walk, and I'll tell you what, that was some deep snow. That was some deep, deep snow. But man, is that a good leg workout. And that goes the same for the cottonwood tree that I want to get pieces of. It's going to be a little bit till we get out there to get those too.
Maybe. Take the chainsaw and
Maybe. Oh, that would work.
Sometime.
There we go. Maybe we can do that this week. Maybe not. Okay. Shelly says, of course, Carol, you are the life of the party, lol. My phone updated 2 weeks ago, and now I get no notifications of anything. Oh, that's crazy. Don't you love it? They update it to fix bugs, and then they end up with more. That's normal. We're family, of course. We miss one another. Exactly. Carol says, thanks, Shelly. After being told it's not going to be over till the end of May, I'm not feeling life and soul at the minute. Well, you just have to like get into a project. Because how many of you can honestly say that when you wake up in the morning you're excited for the day? Am I the only one? I'm like, I am. I'm perpetually happy.
I'm not a morning person.
I don't talk for 2 hours till you get morning adjusted.
I get up in the morning and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, he like, grr. So
And
I get
she
my.
wants to like,
I'm just happy.
and it's like, make it stop.
Oh, you're funny. You haven't had to worry about that in a long time. Because I get up, I get my coffee, and I sit here. I will read the devotions to him, and then I delve into my journal and my Bible, and I just let him get through his grr moments and his mode, and then it flows. But I've adjusted for you. I talk to the dogs. I just don't talk to you in the morning. Kelly says, we have a video appointment, prayers that all goes well on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mike raised his up closer to help his back. He says it's a lot better for his back. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Copper.
You can't go under the table. You're too big.
Look at this. There's her back. She's hunkered down trying to go under the table. So when she goes under the table and Copper go across the room. Such a goober. Anyway. We are definitely praying for you, Kelly. Keep us posted. I'll be live Thursday morning, so you can update us then on how we need to continue to pray. Shelley says, I always miss all of
Just lay down.
Jayne says she is most days. She's excited about the days. I'm excited most days. I'm totally a morning person. Mike is not awake officially until 6 a.m. or later. Oh. No, this one here, noon, is when he's like.
Not that bad.
No, he doesn't get that excited. Oh, it's just funny.
40,000 comedians out of work and you want to be funny.
Mm-hmm. He does do his Jasper Giraffe every morning, though. That's usually a good indication that he's warming up. Right. Let me see here. Mama says he hasn't changed. No. That's funny.
I get it, honestly.
Oh, Miss Carol says, I got one daughter getting her first COVID jab tomorrow. I do not want her to have it. My son is having surgery tomorrow, and my other daughter rang tonight that they think she has sepsis. Oh, gosh. She says, I give up. Don't give up. Get on your knees, sister. We're joining you. We will be praying for everybody. Totally get that. Totally get that. You know where we stand on the vaccine. And that's tough. Your son's surgery, that's the one that was scheduled, correct? And the daughter with sepsis, is that the one that was sick in the hospital before? They thought it was possibly that before. Yeah, don't give up. Life throws us all kinds of monkey wrenches, but through it all we get stronger, and we'll keep praying.
So what is a monkey wrench?
Monkey wrench? I don't know. It's a good question. We'll have to look that one up.
A monkey that has a wrench?
Probably. I think we've been cooped up too long. That's funny. All right. I don't know, but it's really funny. We come up with these things like, whoever came up with that, or where did that term come from? So we
Not
start.
a gorilla wrench.
That's more like it. No, an ox wrench.
A chimpanzee wrench. Or
Spider monkey wrench.
Spider monkey wrench.
Spider monkey wrench.
Why just a monkey wrench?
I don't know. Because maybe that was who grabbed it, and that's where it came from. But we look weird terms like that up. It's kind of funny to see what the answers are sometimes. Jayne says, weather that allows outside time and a dose of vitamin D is a very happy day. I hear you. I really thrive on the sunshine. So I was really thriving.
Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy.
You're getting to see Trayer Wilderness in rare form today, and Copper's still determined to go under the table. I totally agree with you. That is my spot, is in the sunshine. It's really funny. Copper and I both focus on the sun. If the sun is shining in the front door and it's on one of the steps, she will stand there with her head on the step and just stand there for as long as the sun is shining on her. And I'm the same way. I don't lay on the stairs or anything or rest my head on the stairs, but I do focus on the sun and am in the sun as much as I can be. Yeah, right there with you. Right there with you, Jayne. Mama says he's so like his mama. Miss Kelly says, I'll let you all know what they say ASAP on Thursday. Awesome. Yeah, we want to keep praying you guys up. And as I shared with Kelly, and I shared this before, but I'm going to share it again. If you guys have needs, physical needs, financial needs, prayer needs, do not hesitate to let us know and reach out to us. You can email us at survive@trayerwilderness.com, or you can comment on our videos or in the chats here and let us know, because as a community,
You cannot do that. You're too big.
I would really like to see us be able to grow and really help one another in all aspects. Can you grab your phone, because I need your phone for a second, please.
You're getting demanding.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so demanding. Jayne says, oh no, Carol, we will be praying. Almost lost a daughter at age 16 from toxic shock sepsis. Oh gosh, that's just terrible. That is terrible. Yes. Yes, and it's hard when you're cooped up and you've been cooped up for as long as you have, and then to have all those things happening all at once. It is hard. And Carol, I know I said to get on your knees because that's the answer to all, but please know that we love you and are supporting you. That is really, really a lot at one time. Shelly says, praying for you, Carol. And the mountain boy was trying to call me, so it was freezing my phone. So I just messaged him. Okay, he got my message, so he'll stop calling me now. All right, so do I need to put another zipper on it for you?
I think maybe sort of, kind of.
Okay.
Got some issues.
It's not one that has holes all over the front of it, is it?
No, not yet.
Okay. So you're out to put handles on things?
I think.
Okay.
I ain't for sure.
Okay.
So everybody take care, and we'll be praying for you, and I'll leave you with her.
I saw Crystal said hello, so you can.
Hi, Crystal. That's my sister.
So they're watching also. How nice.
Tell everybody I said hi down there.
Likewise. Whoa. Likewise. Whoa.
I was like, whoa.
I know. Did you see that? It was like.
I was like, whoa.
So Miss Carol says, bye, Mountain Man.
Oh.
And Kelly says, have a blessed day.
Me too.
Yes, we hope to see you soon too, Deb. That would be so, so awesome. So, so awesome.
Tell Sterling I said hi.
Okay, yes, they're all telling me that we were spinning and that they lost us. All right.
Oh, I've been lost for a long time.
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh.
Now what are you doing? Oh, you're getting your tools. Okay, so I won't keep you guys on much longer, but let me read through these, and I will see you later.
Yep.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Let me see where I left off. Carol says, I've refused mine. Yes, he is ready now. And yes, Mariko was the one in the hospital before. Well, we are praying. We are praying hard. And, we can only lead and guide people. We can't control their actions. So, we'll just help you pray. And maybe by the grace of God, they will pass up on the vaccine. Deb says, good old idioms. Love them. Kelly says, Jayne, totally agree on the sunshine and being outside. I need sunshine. I know. Although I am kind of thankful for today. The rain on the tin roof is really relaxing upstairs. And that is where I was actually camping out. I'll take you guys up there. It's kind of cozy up there. And I can finish from up there because I want to show you the little space I showed you before, I think. But I don't need his phone. I will leave that there. Hang on, I'm going to venture up the stairs. Then Copper can take off and take the table across the room. Woo! There we go. Okay, so this is my little space. So it's really awesome to be like cozied up in there and to have all my little treasures and my space really set up nice. So it's relaxing to me to be up here. So that's where I was cozied up this morning while I was working on the computer. Let's see, I'll cozy in here again, I think, and continue reading the comments. So yeah, finding that, when you can't be outside, having a space that gives you joy is really important. I love creating good spaces. Through all the snow, I've kept my fire pit clear so that we can have fires, and I plan on doing that once a week. If not more, I could be out there every night. I just love having the fire, get your cup of tea, your hot chocolate, your coffee, whatever, sit by the fire. It's just so relaxing. So, when you can't be outside, create your space. Create a space that's comforting to you and that draws you in and that gives you the peace and comfort that you need. The benefit of the rain today is that it forces me to be focusing on what I need to be, because when it is nice outside, I would much rather be out there and doing things in the sunshine. I've been really enjoying shoveling the snow. That's been really, really helping me stay fit. Let me see here. Carol says, thank you guys. Appreciate all the help I can get at the minute, as I'm not allowed to be with either of them, even though I'm shielding. I'd risk it for my kids. I know you would. Every mom would. And just praying for you, girl. That's hard. It's hard not being able to be there with our loved ones. Kelly can surely relate to that. She experienced that in 2020 as well, and there are others that have as well. I just can't imagine that. He would pitch a fit. Oh, would he pitch a fit? He would just be so irate about something like that. Kelly said it's so hard, Carol. Know exactly how hard it is to not be able to be there with loved ones. It's the worst form of torture. Yep, see, yeah. So we're definitely praying for you. The nice thing is we've got to remember we have modern technology. So you can FaceTime, you can Zoom, you can Skype, so that's an aspect that is not normal, but suck it up and use whatever tools we can to be able to stay in touch, through those certain situations. Carol says it sure is, Kelly. Prayers for your house too. Awesome. Carol says she's been cooped up since March of 2020 off and on. That's just terrible. I would go stir crazy, or I would just be like smashed. I'd be like the kids smashed against the window. Logan's one who loves to be just, when he's stuck inside, to just be staring at the outdoors from the inside. That's me too. I love the sunshine. I love the views. I've been getting back into photography, which has been really fun for me. I've got an awesome camera that was lent to me, and my view from this upstairs window has just been priceless. So I have been sucking that up in the morning before I dive into my day. There's always something interesting to take a picture of outside. But being able to keep ourselves in a peaceful place is hard, but we need to learn what works for us. Jayne says, Carol, don't sit idle. Yep, paint the house, the neighbor's house, the town, keep busy with all this going on. Yep, exactly. Read a book, start a new craft, start decluttering. You've been talking about decluttering, get a plan in place. When you guys have a plan, you know, I ask you guys how many of you enjoy your days. Since we are in this house, I always have enjoyed my days. But since we are in this house and we have a plan, like a real plan, like that we can really focus on and actually delve into it, where before we were living in such an idle place, it was very difficult. I love my life, and I think that shows in everything I do. But when you have a plan that you can really put into place and you can really focus on it, it gives you, you know, for some, it gives you that will to live. For others, it gives you that passion to thrive. You know, so when you guys, I've shared with you guys about writing down your plans and your goals and your dreams, and then writing out the details of how you're going to reach them. You know, now is that perfect time, because this time of year, especially here in Idaho and probably Washington, you've got those gray days that just stack up. You know, you'll get a bunch of really nice sunny days, but this time of year, you just never know what you're going to get, and it changes so often. So, you know, I always have things ready to go so that when I'm trapped inside, I don't just sit idle. Neither of us are able to sit idle. Now, yesterday was an exception. You know, Sundays are our exception. When the weather turns ugly, you know, we'll start binge watching our favorite shows or something, play games, whatever. But under normal circumstances, you know, the two of us are not idle souls. So, you know, we have fun doing all kinds of crazy stuff and create all kinds of things. So I totally agree with Jayne. That is the key thing, is not sitting idle. Oh, Deb, I was trying to remember what Glen said, and he asked you to say hello to Sterling, and thank you guys for praying for Austin. Austin could greatly use some prayers right now. He hasn't heard from AutoZone. He waited his 2 weeks, but I'm praising God that we connected with somebody at the community college, that there's 2 people there. One is for a workforce program that is very different. And then the other is an office that helps to find part-time work for the students so that they can work and school. So they've got connections with different businesses that are willing to offer the part-time work. You know, a lot of people, I think part of the struggle he's having is that he's in between classes, and he's, you know, being honest and sharing that he's going to be starting his courses. So, you know, they don't see him as a reliable employee because his shifts might have to change or whatever. So having that resource to get him into a place will be so huge. And we have a Zoom meeting on Thursday morning. Oh, that reminds me, if I'm late, that's why. I might be a little late. The meeting's at 9:30, so it gives us an hour. So hopefully that's enough. But meeting and getting him in place at the community college, and just getting him lined up for his new courses. So if you guys could just keep him in your prayers. He's really struggling financially right now up there with rent and his phone and food, because of the lack of work. So, you know, we're doing our best to help him and also getting him into these places. So your prayers would be so appreciated. Mama T has to run. We'll keep you all in my prayers. Love you, lady. You guys have a good visit. It was good to have you on here. See you, Crystal and Logan. Kelly says, thank you, Carol. Everyone's prayers are a great comfort. Awesome. Awesome. There is such power and comfort in prayer. Oh my goodness. So much. Jayne says, I make lists, goals, cleaning, painting, updates in the yard, garden, plans keep me happy. Yes, me too. I'm a planner as well, and I know with my mind that when I write it down, it leaves room for more thoughts. It also keeps me from forgetting things. So I use Workflowy to keep track of those kinds of day-to-day lists, shopping lists, grocery lists, and then I use my Evernote for the big long-term plans and breaking things out. Anyone know how Robin is doing? Robin, the last I heard from Robin was Thursday when she joined us, and she is on a healing journey, so she is progressing. She hasn't posted in the community, so I'll have to reach out to her, but just continue to keep praying for her. And a local woman here named Robin is broke her back. I'm not sure how. I didn't get all the details, but if you could keep that Robin in your prayers also, I would appreciate it. Carol says, bless Austin, lovely guy, sending him giant hugs and love. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so, you know, we all have different personalities, and it just is a matter of us taking the time personally to have a focus on our self-care, because this is really truly part of self-care, is being able to keep ourselves in a good place despite what we might be walking out. Can you send her my love if you hear from her, please? I will absolutely do that, yes. And join us in the community, Carol. Are you able to log in there? Because I know you would enjoy it. There's lots of good conversation going on there, and you would be a really good fit in there. But yes, I will let her know that. But taking time to figure out what makes you happy, like I have my Himalayan salt lamp going, I have my diffuser going. When the power's on, you know, when the generator's running, I run those things. When the generator's not running, I have candles burning, my lantern's burning. I have I had to show you that sometime. It's downstairs. But the Mountain Man made a melter for me. So I am able to have a tea light underneath and then a glass dish up top, and I put my essential oils in there with a little bit of water, and that really permeates the home, which is really nice compared to the smell of wet dog when they come in the house. So just doing those things that make you happy, pausing and taking a 15-20 minute nap, pausing and reading for 15-20 minutes. If you are busy working from home, you know, you've really got to learn to divide it up and still keep time for yourself. When you are cooped up or forced to be in a situation because of health or whatever, learn to be good to yourself and learn to be kind to yourself. That was one of my greatest lessons, because when I ended up flat on my back, I wasn't being very kind because I was feeling pretty useless, and I needed to realize that God had me right where he wanted me to be, and that I needed to learn in that space. So that's exactly what I did. Oh yes, that is so nice, Carol. She says, I love white sage incense. Yes, that's such a good smell. Carol says, I can get in the kids corner, but not the community for some reason. Okay, I will double check that. So when you log into the same place, you should see kids corner, and then you'll see the community resources and the community. I will make sure you're hooked up with both of those then, so that you can access them, because we would love to have you. Yes, we've been on for a while, Laura, but glad to have you. I did answer your question in the community, just in case you didn't see it. I think you asked that yesterday, and we were like chilling big time yesterday. So one of the questions I had for you, Laura, is, are you using wood heat moving forward? She asked about moisture in her home while she's building. It's really an interesting task to be building this time of year, because when you're building when it's cold like this, condensation builds up, the ice builds up, and then you have moisture. So we ran through that earlier. We were also using propane heat. Propane heat adds moisture where wood heat dries. So we had built during the colder season before as well, but when we were working in there, we weren't using any form of heat, so we didn't have anything really building up on the inside as much as we did on the outside that time. But right now, we were using that propane heat that really made a difference. So we are using our wood stove. Are you using that currently, and is it going all the time, or is it just going when you're in there and then the condensation is enabled to freeze again, so you're like kind of thawing and rethawing? Is that what you're experiencing right now, Laura? Because that's what we were experiencing also. Okay, I'll check out your response in the community then. I think the negative 30s caused a problem. Yeah, I'm sure they did. Yeah, it's just that time of year, but I'll look at your response in there, and then I will share as a whole then our conversation, because I know it'll help other people. So I'll respond to that when I'm done here. But you'll be good moving forward. You'll be good. The wood heat, the constant wood heat, dries things out very well. As a matter of fact, I am having to water my plants like every other day because of it, the wood stove. And the other night, oh my word, it was so hot downstairs. Copper could not get comfortable. She was like pacing because it was so hot downstairs. And when I went down to let her outside, I felt like I was surprised that her skin hadn't melted off. This thing is just so tight with the insulation and everything, and it's so small, so it heats up fast. So yeah, your wood heat, and if you're building tiny too, what are your dimensions, Laura? But Jayne does what I do. You make a list, you plan, and you constantly have that plan and that list, and keep adding to it. That way, when you have a day like today, you can just tap into that list and decide which thing on that list resonates with you that day and delve in. But have a purpose. I know that there are a lot of people out there that they don't feel like they have a purpose. And when you don't feel like you have a purpose, it's kind of hard to be excited about getting up because you don't really know what to do. So, and maybe you don't have hobbies, or you don't have things that, you know, really give you joy. And that's where the adventure and the excitement comes in. Find things that do give you joy and focus on those. And for me, learning new things and finding new things to do is an adventure. It's fun to me. And the other thing too is, you know, there's so many resources available to us today. You know, when we were kids, you had to go to the library and look up a book, the encyclopedia, or you had to know somebody that could teach you these things. Today, there's so many resources available to us to be able to find new things to keep us busy. And when I look at something new that I want to do, I always look for something that is useful and that I can utilize in my setting. That's because of how we live. But for you guys, you know, maybe it would be something in hanging something new on your wall and figuring out what that might be, painting something, doing pencil art, doing black ink, watercolors, all those things. And they're not, you know, like watercolors and charcoal and pencil and black ink. There's no cost in getting started in that stuff, really, you know, next to nothing. So you don't have anything to lose, but you have so much to gain, because when we do new things, it's really inspiring to our souls. It's gratifying. And just because it doesn't turn out right the first time, don't give up. It's amazing what you can find on the internet, on YouTube, for beginner drawers, artists, as well as painting. There's a lot of really good YouTubers out there that do the step-by-step. I was actually following quite a few of those because I love doing that kind of stuff. And I love learning new things, regardless what it is, whether it's in my kitchen, whether it's with leather, whether it's anything. I'm so anxious to start working on the bowls and the spoons. Carol says, "I'll bless my little foot muffs." Our house is 16 by 40 with 3 rooms. Okay, are you guys living in there while you're working in it, Laura? But your problem will be remedied once you have your constant heat going on for sure. It's just a pain. It is a pain building this time of year. You don't realize that until you're in it. The summer, it's hot, but you don't run into the moisture issues that you do when you're doing hot, cold this time of year. And negative 30s, I'm sure, kicked you guys pretty good. Okay, that's what I thought. So you're living in one area while you're working on the rest of it? What are some of the things you guys enjoy doing? What are your favorite pastimes? And what are your favorite things to keep you busy on a gray day? I know Jayne's very crafty, so is Shelly and Kelly. I know who we're missing today. Miss Tammy's not on here. She's probably busy with her kitties. And Deb is going to be busy in her garden and in her greenhouse. Deb, have you started anything in your greenhouse yet? That's one thing I'm very anxious for. For those of you that follow the boss, I'm like ready to be in his shoes. Just to be able to be in the greenhouse and today have it be 70 degrees in the greenhouse and see stuff growing when it's raining and miserable outside. That is just like going to be such a huge booster. I love that. I'm like so excited for that. So excited for that. And I know that Robin will be excited when she can get outside and start planting things. Carol says reading. I have 574 box sets and books on my Kindle. I can read a book in 3 days if I'm bored. Lol. That's awesome. Well, my new goal is to read a book a week, starting now. So that is my challenge to myself, but I love books too. I have always loved books. So can be a dangerous addiction because there's so many books out there. Deb says no greenhouse yet, finishing a couple windows, going to start a few inside soon. Do you have a form of heat in your greenhouse, Deb? Laura says we have 85% of the house done. Need to finish the interior walls in the bedroom and bath. We use all of the house. Okay. Yeah, so it's hard working in it while you're living in it. We've done that already, and that can be really messy and challenging, but gratifying just the same. So yeah, when you get down to getting everything buttoned up, you should be good. I am currently making a macrame for our baby plants. That is awesome. That is actually something that I want to do. My grandmother used to do macrame all the time. And the plants that I have, that Boston fern, I would love to hang because it'll do so much better at the window. And I've got lots of windows, so I would like to hang the plants so I'm not using up space in different places. So that was something on my list too. And it's amazing if you go online and look for Etsy patterns or patterns for macrame and the different things that are on Etsy. It's just amazing. What colors are you drawn to, Laura? I like the ochre, like the oatmeal color of the twine. My grandmother used to use all kinds of crazy colors. Shelley says Millie's books are usually very quick reads, so only 2 days. I know. And they're long books, but it's just you can't put the darn things down. They're awesome. Carol says, well done, Laura. Hope you put some pics on the community page soon so we can see them. Yes, exactly. That would be awesome. And all of you guys, the different pictures of the things you're working on, the different tasks, the different animals, all that stuff. That's what the community page is for, to just share away. We've had some good shares. Kelly shared her Ringer washing machine last week, and we had a discussion on cast iron. Kelly says, working on finishing remodeling projects with Mike, planning our garden, moving some flowers around in the yard. So planning that out as well, reading a new book. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And the picture you shared with me yesterday, I did not get a chance to respond, but I love, love, love. You've got to share that in the community page. Kelly. I love that, the metalwork. That's just so, so awesome. I want to do something like that in the bathhouse and finish those walls off. And we have access to old tin. So I think that's what we're going to do. Laura says, I love earth tones, brown, creams, and reds. That's so funny. Those are the exact colors I end up chasing as well. The cranberry is more mine, and the browns. I'll show you. This is like one of my favorite pieces here. You'll get the idea. But yes, and my like cream colors, those are my, and browns. This is like my favorite wool jacket with the browns and the burgundies. The only thing missing is the cream, but I wear a cream colored scarf with it. But I love that. So yes, right there with you. It's funny. I love the earth tones. I've always been drawn to the earth tones. Ugh. Let me see. Whoa. Kelly says, made a curtain for under the ice box so I can hide storage items. Awesome. I am planning on doing the bed. This is kind of, it's funny. That's the only thing that drives me crazy up here. I want to do the same thing right here and in the front. The other side doesn't matter as much, but I want to be able to put something underneath here and cover all that and, you know, do some kind of cream something there. I didn't think about it before. I could even do some kind of macrame there because I would love to. I was thinking like a doily type pattern that would run across there, or painter's canvas that could run across there. But I wonder if I could do some, the macrame would probably be too open and I would see that stuff and it would drive me nuts. So probably the canvas, the cream painter's canvas is what I'm going to use, and put it on a string so that I can move it back and forth. So it's like on a curtain rod. So I'll use my paracord for that. But that's an awesome idea. I love doing that. What kind of curtain did you use? I like using old doilies and old tablecloths for stuff like that. That's what I did in the other house a lot. Deb says, no heat in the greenhouse yet. Need to see how first season goes and then decide what's next. Awesome. 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 Kelly says, I will when we have it finished. It's actually faux tin panels, but looks so real. It sure did. That's awesome. When you say faux, what is it made out of? So is it like a, kind of like a tile? Or is it some kind of lightweight material? It's neat looking though. Looks really, really awesome. The stuff they have available today to do homes and to do different craft things. There's so many options out there. One of the other things I would love to do someday is to make my own paper, like the not parchment paper. Well, yeah, it was a parchment craft paper, and the papers where they used to press flowers into them and stuff. I would love to be able to do that. Jayne says, I'm going to be sitting at the sewing machine soon. Seeds arrived, planting my garden space. Awesome. Yeah, I remember your seeds arrived last week when I was live. That was awesome. I'm excited for that too. I love planting things, although I know our season is going to be a while before we get started. But the fact that we will be able to probably purchase the panels for our greenhouse roof soon will be very helpful to have that here so that we can get started on things when we are able and get that going. Because I think our greenhouse, more than anything, is going to be our most valuable tool here with the weather and the season that we have. Kelly said it was from fabric. She says, from fabric it has chickens on it because my kitchen theme, chickens and barns. It's a molded fiberglass or maybe plastic. Huh, isn't that interesting? That's so cool though. It looks awesome, awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, I should probably jump off of here. I kept you guys on long, but this was fun. I was missing all of you and I really had no purpose. I just wanted to hang out with you guys and kind of just hope that I could lift your spirits today, because I know that there's people out there that really struggle this time of year with the seasonal depression and the gray days. I know how it affects me, and I'm like a happy-go-lucky kind of, but I am sun-driven, and you know that. But still, you know, I've tapped into my self-care very heavily, where that's not something that most people do. We neglect ourselves. And that is something that we need to learn to do, because self-care is necessary. Self-care is okay. And self-care is extremely important. So learning what gives you joy, taking time for yourself, knowing when you need to take time for yourself. And if you're having a rough day or a dreary day and it's affecting you, you're human. Just go and take care of yourself and find something that's going to give you joy. I love blaring the music and just finding my happy place. Kelly, I would love to see you share your little curtain that you made. It just sounds really cute. And I've seen pictures of your kitchen, and I know other people would enjoy seeing that. Jayne says, I'm going to make the macrame feathers and hang on an antler for my sewing space. Oh, that's really awesome. You're real earthy like I am. I love that. I like using things in my surroundings, in my decorations and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw that wreath I have downstairs, but that's how I found it in the woods. I just love finding stuff like that. And you saw how crazy excited I get when I thought there was a heart on the back of that one tool he made. Oh. Carol says, love, hugs, and prayers to all you guys. Love you all. Take care and be safe. Praying for you, sister. Hang in there. You know how to connect with me, so reach out if you need a friend. And we will be lifting your family heavily. Kelly, you as well. Kelly says, so glad to catch you on live again. God guided me today to check. He knows I needed to socialize today. Yep, so did I. I did too. You know, even us introverts need to have time with others. And you know what? There's such a draw. I don't know about you guys, but to me, there is such a draw with our community. Our community is so uplifting and wholesome, and it just feeds my soul. And I enjoy being able to gain from you guys, but also being able to, help you guys in whatever way I can. So this was very awesome, much needed for us all. So this is a great way to spend a rainy day, right? So I hope you guys feel better and have been uplifted, because that was the intent today. Laura says, I saw those macrame feathers on my search today. They are gorgeous. I'm going to have to check those out. That's really awesome. I was looking for hearts. Imagine that. Kelly says, bye, everyone. Praying for those who requested it. Praying in general for everyone, she says. Love natural decor too. Bones, rocks, feathers, nests, wood, knots, rocks. Yes, exactly. I used to have a whole bunch of little hummingbird nests because they were so prevalent on the farm. And I have a whole bunch of beehives in the container that I've got to get out. I just don't know where to go with them in here. So I think I'm going to decorate my space in my workshop that way. I know I will. So that's where they're going to get hung. Jayne says, I'm thinking big oversized feathers should be fun. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. You need to share them in the community. Laura says, blessings to all for this coming week. Awesome. This is a great way. You know what? From now on, I think we're going to do Mondays and Monday mornings, because I think it's so helpful for that reason, to start our week off with a bang. Last Monday, I did the same thing. I felt the need to come on, and God's guiding, because I felt the same this morning too. So he was working on a bid earlier, and he needs silence, so that's why I waited. So this is how we're going to start our week from now on. I think it's really important. Jayne says, rip fabric toed on rope bed skirt. Ooh, that sounds kind of interesting. I'm going to have to toy. I would really like to conquer that in the next week or so. So that is going to go on my list at the top. Deb says, we've had a beautiful sunny day in the 50s. Oh, that's crazy. That's so funny. So she's in between Rhonda and I, and she's got the sunshine and we've got the drab. But that's okay. You keep the sunshine and you have a bright, cheery day for us all. Okay, I got you, Jayne. She says, ripped fabric tied on rope. Bed skirt. That would be pretty darn cool. I can picture it, Jayne. And it would be easy to get my stuff in and out. You know what, too? I have an old sheet that just got a hole in it that I could use. Thank you, dear. That's awesome. That's awesome. I believe you're the one that came up with my plant arrangement as well. So awesome. Good minds work alike, and I love it. And we feed off of each other. Hornets nest in the branches. Yes, that's exactly what I have. I have 2 of them, and they're awesome. They're so awesome. I find them and I cut them out and leave all the characteristics on there, and then I figure out how to hang them when I get them home. I actually had them in old crock like jars, so they looked really neat. So I can't wait to set up my shop. That'll be in spring when I can bring stuff out and rearrange and then take things back in, because right now it's just too much of a mess. I don't want to get any moisture in my container. Shelley says, very good way to start the week with all of you. I think so too. This is going to be a new habit, new time. So I'll come up with a time so we have an idea. Probably later than 10:30. So we'll do it a different time. But I think that would be really a good idea because it feeds my soul too. Okay, so this time is excellent for Deb. What time is it? I can't tell. Oh, laptop. What time is it? 3:30. All right, so we started an hour ago. So like 2:30-ish. All right, good idea. So we'll shoot for 2:30-ish on Mondays. And I'm glad this worked out. I'm glad all of you could join me. I love you all so much, and it's awesome that we can feed each other's souls, be there for one another. You know, with Carol being locked up for so long, that just sucks. So this is awesome that we can all kibitz and caboodle, have our coffee, tea, and hot beverages together and enjoy a little bit of time together. Blessings to you, Deb. So awesome to be here with everyone again. Likewise. So you ladies and gents have a fabulous rest of your day, rest of your week. I will be jumping on again. I've got other things I'm planning, but I will definitely for certain see you at 10:30-ish on Thursday. As long as our Zoom meeting doesn't go more than an hour, it'll be exactly at 10:30. But look forward to seeing you guys Thursday, if not before. And you guys have a fabulous and blessed week. And we will be praying for Carol and Kelly and the family. And all of you will be in our prayers. So you guys take care. Love you all. Have a good rest of your day. God bless.